didn't know anything about Stevie Smith until I stumbled upon some of her work in the Norton Anthology of English Literature, Volume 2, when I was looking for something entirely different. I came across the title in the index of this poem called Pretty, and I thought, what is this about? And I started reading, and she sounds very much like a modern American poet, but obviously from the UK, since it's the English Norton Anthology, not the American. She was born in 1902, and she passed away in 1971, and she was ahead of her time. The editors, I agree with her. They say Smith's work was utterly original, fitting into no category and showing none of the characteristic influences of the age that she was writing in. She was also a religious skeptic, and I like the way this is said. Smith said she was always in danger of falling into belief. Some of her work's kind of comical, some of it's kind of dark, some of it's light, and some of it's deep. For now, let me just read you the poem I first mentioned. It's called Pretty. Why is the word pretty so underrated? In November, the leaf is pretty when it falls. The stream grows deep in the woods after rain, and in the pretty pool the pike stalks. He stalks his prey, and his prey is pretty too. The prey escapes with an underwater flash, but not for long. The great fish has him now. The pike is a fish who always has his prey. And this is pretty. The water rat is pretty. His paws are not webbed. He cannot shut his nostrils as the otter and the beaver. He is torn between the land and the water. Not torn. He does not mind. The owl hunts in the evening, and it is pretty. The lake water below him rustles with ice. There is frost coming from the ground. In the air, mist. All this is pretty. It could not be prettier. Yes, it could always be prettier. The eye abashes. It becomes an eye that cannot see enough. Out of the wood the eye climbs. This is prettier. A field in the evening tilting up. The field tilts to the sky. Though it is late, the sky is lighter than the hill field. All this looks easy, but really, it is extraordinary. Well, it is extraordinary to be so pretty. And it is careless, and that is always pretty. This field, this owl, this pike, this pool are careless, as nature is always careless and indifferent. Who sees, who steps, means nothing, and this is pretty. So a person can come along like a thief, pretty, stealing a look, pinching the sound and feel, lick the icicle broken from the bank, and still say nothing at all, only cry, pretty, cry, pretty, 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 and you'll be able very soon not even to cry pretty, and so be delivered entirely from humanity. This is the prettiest of all. It is very pretty.